everybody, it's Brooke. Hey girl, hey. How's it going? I hope everybody is enjoying the summer. It's hard to believe that it is already June 5th today, and today is a full moon, lunar eclipse, full moon in Sagittarius. The energy's been a little intense, to say the least. Just a little intense. So, I wanted to make a video and do a quick collective reading. But before I do that, I did want to give everybody an update and let everybody know what was going on. Finally heard from the DCS worker in regards to my son. Spoke to her. And the doctor's office was not happy with what she had to say. Insisted that he be seen, all that good stuff. Okay. Her words were, he may look okay on the outside, but could be dying on the inside. So we decided to book an appointment, go see her. Kind of interesting because with everything going on with COVID, you know, only one parent can go to the doctor's appointments. So I got a kid sneaking in. Yeah, I have been pretty busy for the last week having these two back home. Am I so thankful that they're here? It's all good, Luke. Skirt. Yeah. So, you know, everything that's been going on with COVID, you can only have one parent go to the doctor with your children. Well, this is kind of a challenge when you have two parents that aren't together. So, called and said, both of us will be showing up. We'll be there. The appointment was yesterday. Talked to the boy's stepmom, and we both kind of decided that it might be best if her and I went and did this together. So long story short, we discovered that the doctor's office has not been documenting the treatment plan. So when they sent the records to DCS, it did not say anywhere in the records where we were getting Jacob off Remicade. Now keep in mind, we had seen 2 or 3 different doctors in the doctor's office, and they all had said, hey, this is cool, not a big deal, we'll do it. So we made the appointment, went in yesterday afternoon. Her and I were talking, and she was like, we might get escorted out. And I said, I'm okay with that. So we go. Of course, we have to have a mask on. And I immediately start. And as soon as I start talking, I start getting hot. And I had to rip this mask off my face so I could speak to her. She told us that it was her ethical duty to report us to DCS. It's 414. Even though Jacob was fine, we had not missed 2 doctor's appointments. She claims that we had, but the doctor's appointments that she was claiming was missed was actually future appointments. Okay. Call, get him set up with another doctor in Vanderbilt. Long story short, we were kicked out of the office. We also let her know that we had turned them into the medical board to be investigated for not documenting records properly. That was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back. That's the reason why we had been asked to leave. You know, like I said to her, you could have called me. She said, oh, we did. I said, oh yeah, you called me one time and you didn't leave a message. So no, you didn't call me. You didn't try to speak to me. You didn't try to talk to me. Nothing. So, you know, I'm a pretty happy person most of the time. Just talk to me. Let's, you know, work this out. So anyway, hopefully everything with DCS is now over. We're moving on with the new doctor. Did find out with the new doctor's office that his previous doctor had refused to send all of his imaging when we went to go get a second opinion. And if we go, because I got all the imaging myself, I'm prepared, I have all the records, all that. If we go and they jump the gun, putting him on the medicine that they did, I'm gonna need a lot of people praying for me. Possibly even her too. That's all I gotta say. One day at a time, one thing at a time. Could definitely feel the Sagittarius fiery from this full moon in that doctor's office, because this mama was ready to turn into Mama Bear. And that's okay. We can do that. You know, I think as parents, and you know, we don't know. We trust and believe that doctors are doing the right thing for our children, but are they? You know, we trust and believe that they're not doing things based out of money. And it was very clear after our appointment yesterday that things were definitely being driven by money. And that really, really bothers me. You know, what about parents that don't have advocates that can help them? What about these children that don't have advocates that can help them, that get lost in the system of corruption? I mean, this is corrupt. And I kind of feel like I'm living in a movie because of everything that's going on. Like, I keep saying to myself, is this real life right now? Like, is this real life? And it is. It is. On top of everything else that's going on in the world, it is real life. So I wanted to do an energy check-in with the collective, get an idea of what's going on, see what we could focus on, especially with this full moon. This full moon with the eclipse is going to be pretty intense. A lot of major events always happen with me when it comes to the full moons. People will phase in and out. Some feel that the eclipses are like a portal to change timelines, which I can see that too. I definitely feel on a spiritual level, there's been a lot of timelines collapsing, a lot of things disappearing, people disappearing. It's really true. As you start raising your vibration, people do disappear. It's kind of bizarre. Like, they're there one minute and the next they're gone, and you're like, okay, well, I guess we're doing this now. All right, one more. Let's do an energy check-in for the collective. Stone people, knowing. So this is definitely where we're at and everything that's going on. Like for me, I have a deep knowing of I know there's other ways that we can go about treating my kid. Just like a lot of people know that there's going to be alternative ways to get to the same end result. And you've got to keep searching until you find your soul family that's here to help you with whatever challenges that you're having, because you've got that deep knowing inside from God. And every time I see this, I think about Stonewall Mountain, Atlanta, Georgia. The energy is also connected to our lower chakras. And a lot of times when we're connected to those lower chakras, you're going to have anger, fear coming and stemming from those chakras. You're going to have red, orange, yellow. That's going to be your first chakras, which is going to be your lower chakras. It also reminds me to keep in mind to stay grounded. One of my favorite things to do is go outside, walk in the grass barefoot. I get a little weird when it's been raining though, because I don't like my feet to be wet. But in all honesty, when you're working with all the elements, that may actually be a great time to do it. My next one's going to be medicine mask. Authenticity. Hold on, bud. Whoop, and we have a guest. I was gonna try to stop him. So now both of my children have come through as I make my video. Medicine mask, which is authenticity. We've got to stay true to who we are and what we believe and where we're going. We've got to stay deep within our authentic self. This is also reminding me of those red chakras, which is your root to stay grounded. The lower world. This represents the dark that's being exposed right now. This is all. It also says the past. In Pluto retrograde, we are going to have a lot of karmic situations that are going to be coming to a close. We also need to dig deep, and we need to see that past, to see the dark, in order to heal and grow from that and move forward into the light. Before you know the light, you must see the dark. I want one more. Insects. Support. And you can tell right now, like, the energy's already getting lighter. So this is where we're at. We are clearing the dark. We are clearing karma. We are clearing all that's no longer serving us to our greatest good and highest joy, to be able to step into the divine roles that we're meant to be playing here on earth. The dragonfly and the butterfly standing out to me the most. I love my animal totems. Your butterfly is going to represent the transformation. Starting out as a caterpillar, going into the cocoon, and then transforming into a butterfly. We're definitely in that cocoon stage right now, and the transformation is going to be happening soon. But before that transformation can happen, we're going to have to go through, we're going to have to purge, we're going to have to see the dark that is there. We're going to have to heal it, we're going to have to love it, we're going to have to respect it, release it, and let it go. To be able to step into the light that we're meant to be in. And then the dragonflies reminds me of angels. Just the way they look, the energy and the delicate finesse that they have. I want one more. Give me one more. Shapeshifter. Yeah. Perspective. When you look at this, it's going to be, I see two different things. I can see the hawk flying, and then I see the woman dancing and shifting with the music. It's your perspective. Once you change your perspective on what's important, what brings you peace and harmony, where you're wanting to go, that's when everything starts shifting and the pieces start falling into place. Gotta have one more, so gotta do 6. West. Purge. I love this because now the energy's starting to get light. We have an owl. And the owl is white in the circle of green and teal and blue. The circle, to me, completes cycles completed. We're definitely shifting into a more positive energy. First, the dark must go. I want to pull a couple of Gaia cards. This is going to be a major purging moon, especially with this solar or lunar eclipse. It's going to be I can already feel it, like, you know. Okay, one more. Sacred Mother, a message of love. We're definitely on the right track. If we look at this, it looks as if we're on the path, the stepping stones to get to where we're going. And it's lit along the way. All we have to do is ask for guidance and ask for our angels and God to protect us and lead us along the way. It's also a 42, which breaks down to 8. Apprehension, moving out into the world, doubt and fear. This is a 9. Cycles are completing. We've got to release and let go and give it all to God. Give God the glory, give God our burdens, give God everything that's holding us back from our greatest good and highest joy, because we're meant to be here doing a divine mission. We're meant to be His light workers, leading the way, giving people hope. All we have to do is ask and release. Cycles are completing. We just have to remember to stay within our true authentic self. As this veil is starting to be lifted and people are going through their great awakening, they're going to find that it's a little bit easier to connect to who you truly are. So when you think about it, mind, body, spirit, we are connected to God. We are connected to heaven. We are one with Him. This is intuitive communication, silent whispers of the heart. This is where meditation, it's going to be really important. When we learn to quiet the mind, that's when we can hear the communication back from God. All we have to do is lay it at His feet. Literally, lay it at His feet. Give it up to Him. And then sit back and wait. Really step into that divine feminine energy of receiving the information. Jewel within a teardrop. Appreciation, spiritual and emotional reconnection. This is also another 10, which 10s signify the beginning of the next cycle. And the 0 is going to be God's protection. So that beginning cycle is wrapped in protection from God. And this is the way he sees us. We are the jewel. We are the jewel that he loves. We are his love. We are light. We are connected to him. The temptress, can't say it. Seduction, deceit, a broken promise. So this is a 6 card. One of the things that stands out to me the most is going to be the red in her chest. As we go through this purging, as we go through the Great Awakening, we are going to be having emotional purges. We're going to have heart purges, upper heart purges, to release all of that negative energy that has been connected to the 3D. As we start releasing that, this is going to open our higher heart chakra. And as that starts opening, as we start having that vibration in our upper heart chakra, that's where pure unconditional love lives. And you can even tell she has the teardrop here in her third eye, and then the heart is red. Still feel like we have some energy that needs to be cleared in our lower chakras to completely line us up. 9 of Hearts, 10. It is a 37, which breaks down to a 10, which cycles complete again. Fulfillment, harmony, and protection. I love it. This reminds me of the Tree of Life. When I look at this, I see balance. I see all the colors of our chakras. I see harmony. I see love. I see light. I see some dark or darker colors. But overall, I see love and light. I want to get some guidance for this new moon from Archangel Michael. Let's see what guidance Archangel Michael has for us. What guidance does Archangel Michael have? One more. Honor and trust your feelings. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for supporting, guiding, and protecting me as I listen and act upon my feelings. Help me understand and express my emotions with love. Looking at this, it also reminds me of Archangel Metatron's cube here in his hands. Also reminds me of the Merkaba, which is your Star of David. Everybody has a Merkaba. And as you go through your spiritual awakening, it starts to activate. It has been said that once your Merkaba is activated, you glow. And it can be seen from space satellites. This situation is already resolved. I give any worries, cares, and concerns to you in exchange for true peace in all ways. Thank you for resolving this in a divinely, perfectly way. Anytime that you feel worried or scared or uncertain, because this is such an uncertain time, we've got so many things happening, ask Archangel Michael to wrap his loving arms of protection around you, and then release all worries to God and let him fight this battle for you. Pay attention to your dreams. Thank you for tucking me into bed tonight and helping me enjoy a wonderful, restful night. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as a teacher, guide, and leader and healer. Please allow me to understand whatever it is you want to know on a spiritual level and give me guidance. I have noticed that my dreams in the last week or so have become pretty intense. A lot of communication in the 5D. A lot of communication in the 5D. And that, for me, is done through my dreams. I receive a lot of messages. And all of these cards, all of them look like, they all look the same, with the exception of this one. And it's one of the few that I've seen. This card reminds me of the Indians. And it says, explore your options. You have this long-haired, dark-haired angel on the unicorn. Dear God, thank you for your wisdom and love, helping me see, understand, and assess all of my alternative options. Please guide me in the best direction for my health, happiness, and life's purpose. I love that. I feel like it really goes back and hits all the other messages that have come through. And he looks like an Indian. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, one more. Archangel Raphael, feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear and the sun will shine eternally bright. Trust. The battle is already won. We got this, friends. We got this. Give me one more. Destiny. Your destiny is to bloom, to shine, to transform to an ever greater light. We are here during this time for a reason. We're meant to be here. We're meant to be here lighting and guiding, lighting the way and guiding the way. It was already written in the stars. Okay, one more. Sorry, I gotta do these in threes. Archangel Michael. I, Archangel Michael, am here by your side. I am all around you and will forever protect you. Remember this whenever you feel fearful. I love you. All is well. What a beautiful message. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for checking in, and I hope you enjoyed this message. Remember to do your new moon rituals or full moon rituals tonight, whatever it is you're wanting to release and let go. This lower vibrations is no longer serving you to your greatest good and highest joy. Tonight's a perfect night to let it go, because tomorrow's a new day and a new start. So thank you guys. I hope you all have a great weekend. Talk to you soon.